I trust you. I really do. I've been thinking a bit more about what that word means. You know? Because it's a pretty big word to be throwing around. Right? Trust. I was talking with a few of my friends a while ago. Not really about the meaning of trust. We were just kind of talking and doing whatever. I don't even remember. But we were talking about the things that we want to do in the future. You know, a few years from now. And I got kind of anxious. Like I usually do. Because in my head, I was like, I don't know. I don't know what I want to do. Why are you asking me? Do I look like I know what I want to do? I mean, I didn't say it out loud, right? It was just in my head, but that's what I was thinking. I have these vague ideas of what I want to do and how I want to do it and where I want to go. But I never really know what I really want to do. Like, if you asked me, what are my passions? I'll probably start sweating and shaking because I don't really know. I don't really have an answer to that, and I don't really know what I could consider to be my passion. I like a lot of things, but would I call it a passion? I don't know. Which is kind of sad, because it's not like I'm not trying. It's not like I'm not doing a lot of things, because I feel like I am. And I'll go home really tired, wishing that I had more time because I'm doing so many different things. And then when I do have time, I'm thinking, I should probably do some work. Or, man, I'm being really stupid and lazy and not driven, and I'm not driven and I'm not doing anything. And it's all just so tiring. I'm sure you can relate to some extent. So all of that was going on in my head. Not the most fun thoughts, I'd say, but something that I sometimes think about. And then my friends started talking. And I always thought that they were the most put together, driven, excited, passionate person ever. I mean, I knew that they weren't everything that I thought that they were in a really, really good way. But it was still surprising to me when they started talking and they started telling me about how they don't know what they're gonna do. And that they often lose sleep over the idea that they've been working so much without so much as a concrete idea of where they're gonna go. And it was really weird to hear that, in a way. Again, because I thought that they were so ready for everything. Maybe back then, if they were talking to me a few years ago, I would have cut them off and been like, no, you are so this and so that, and you're doing all these things and you're doing that, and I'm sure everything's gonna be fine, and yada yada yada. But I kind of just sat there and listened, trying to think about what they were telling me. And I couldn't really bring myself to say anything. Not that they needed to hear something from me. I guess it was just kind of weird that I wasn't talking. I'm not terribly close with everyone there. But I was more content to just sit and listen. And really just listen. Without feeling like I needed to say something in return. They were telling me about how little time they had. And how they sometimes wish that they didn't make the decisions that they did back then that led them to where they are. I know it's pretty vague, but it's not my story to tell. And I just kept thinking. And I don't think I was gonna cry. But it was really emotional, I think. And so they stopped talking. And I kind of just looked off to the side. And all I could think about was how I trusted them. That was all I could think about. And it was kind of frustrating because it felt like it would be such a cop-out thing to say. It would be pretty frustrating to hear after you just spill your heart. All that this person could say was that they trust you. I mean, that's good and all, but I feel like you could give something more substantial, no? Or at least that's what I was thinking. But alas, that was all I could say. I trust you. All I could say. I didn't know everything that was going on in their life. They didn't know everything that was going on with mine. So it still felt like I was giving a really, really surface level answer. Or at least I wasn't giving everything that I was thinking, but it was all that I could think of. I saw them. I saw all these people, and I see the effort that everyone puts in. I see the struggles that they go through, or at least how they tell me that they go through these things, and they tell me what kind of things that they want to do, what kind of things they're scared of. I've been vulnerable around a few different people, and And each and every single time that I open up and that another person opens up, part of my brain, I think the really negative and stupid side of my brain starts to think that I'm showing some kind of weakness when I tell them what I'm scared of. When I tell them about the things that I think about at night. But each time I'm just met with a smile, with sincerity, with trust. And for the longest time, I didn't understand why people would still trust me. I didn't understand why people would still confide in me and trust in the things that I say and the things that I do. I was always thinking, surely at some point they're gonna see that I'm actually a really, really weak person with a lot of mistakes and a lot of guilt. But no one ever thought that. No one ever found me to be a lesser person, which was so odd to me. And so when you talk to me and I talk to you, and when I see you talking to other people, I can't help but think that you're so strong. And I know how I think and how other people think. It's not the most important thing to you, and it shouldn't be, I think. But it always feels good when other people think that I'm strong, and so I hope that you feel good too when you hear that at least one other person thinks that you're strong. Because you are. I don't know everything that you've been through. I don't even know how you think or feel about all of the issues that you're going through. Even if you tell me how you feel, I don't exactly know how you feel. Because it's so hard to fully describe what we're feeling when we're dealing with such weird and crazy things all this time. Sometimes I don't even know how to describe how I feel to myself. I don't really know how to describe how I feel. I don't know how to explain how I feel in such a way that would make me feel satisfied. And I elect to believe that you feel the same. But even through all of that, I still trust you. I trust the person you are, and I trust the person that you will become. Maybe you're not at a place that you're happy with. Maybe you're starting to think that you'll never be happy with the way things are going, or maybe even if you get to the places and the positions and the frame of mind that you want to be, maybe even if you get all of these things, maybe you're still scared that you're never going to be happy. Even through all of those thoughts, I still trust you. And I know you're going to get to a place where you can look around you and you can look at the people that depend on you and the people that you depend on. And you can smile to yourself knowing that you trusted yourself and that they trusted you. Because trust is a heck of a thing to earn. Might be one of the hardest things to get from other people. Because I feel like when you trust someone, you put expectations on them. With everything that you know about this person, you still chose to expect something, even at the risk of being disappointed. And I think that being disappointed is a privilege. Expecting something from someone is a privilege. And maybe trusting someone is the biggest, deepest, most powerful things that you can do. I don't know. Maybe I'm just talking out of my butt. I don't know. I don't know. I really just can't help but think about trusting you. Because of everything that you've been through. All the good things and all the bad things. They make up the clear picture of who you are. Even if you're only willing to show one side. I still trust that side. And I trust the other sides too. Whether you like it or not. And when I look at you, it's just really hard not to believe. And to be excited. And to be happy about all the things that you can be and you can do. How can you not be excited? Just look at you. You're so strong and you're so brave and powerful and nice. You still try to smile every now and then. You still try to find some kind of good in everything and everyone. Even when it's really hard. When some people make it really, really hard. You still do it. You still put your trust. I mean, even just listening to these words, I think to some extent you're putting your trust in me. And I never want to take that for granted. I know how powerful this trust is, and I know how long it took for you to give this trust to other people. So thank you for trusting me. And thank you for letting me trust you. When all the chips fall down, I hope you remember that people trusted you. Even with all the bad things you think about yourself. Maybe some of them are true, maybe some of them are not. People still trusted you. And that's a powerful thing. No? Even through all of the stuff that you've been through. Every day, you wake up and you choose to do good. You choose to smile. You choose to laugh. You choose not to be an a-hole, which is a pretty big thing. And you choose not to take the trust that people give you for granted. Each and every day, you choose to be human. You choose to grow. Through everything. And I think that's very beautiful. You're very beautiful. And handsome. And smart. And attractive. And charming. And witty. And stinky. And smelly. All of those things can be true. I trust you. Okay? And I am so, so proud of you.